Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of your Wachusett girls varsity basketball versus Bishop Guertin. Tonight we have a pretty good matchup. Bishop Guertin is a team from Nashua, New Hampshire, so another New Hampshire team tonight. And I think we all expect Wachusett to bounce back tonight after their loss last game to Londonderry. Bishop Guertin is a pretty good team. Last year they made the quarterfinal of the Division I New Hampshire playoffs, and as we know, Wachusett won the Massachusetts State. For notable players tonight, last game Tegan Lamfer had an outstanding game, scoring 24 points and leading the Mountaineers. As for Bishop Guertin, one main player to watch is Haley McGowan. She's a sophomore guard, and she's definitely been one of the brighter spots for this team, as they've been on a little bit of a struggle this season. Today I'm Viola Cicera hosting alone. No Sam tonight, but I'm very excited to broadcast this game for you. Now, as we know, Wachusett, they've had a decent season, only one loss so far, but the same cannot be said for Bishop Guertin. They're definitely on a skid. They lost to Londonderry 50-31. So definitely worse than Wachusett. But last season they were 17-5, so they definitely have the potential to win a lot of games. We'll be right back with the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Wachusett Regional High School, where tonight's game will feature the Cardinals from Bishop Guertin and your Wachusett Mountaineers. Now to honor America, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Sophomore Haley McGowan.
For the Cardinals, you have number 1, Haley McGowan.
Number 30, junior Laura Marino.
You have number 30, junior Laura Marino.
Number 11, senior
11, who's a senior, Thalia Drapo.
Number 14, senior Madison Long.
Number 14, senior Madison Long.
Number 15, senior Kaden Ryu. Head coach of the Cardinals is Olivia Orlando, assisted by Brad Rhodes. Now the starting lineup for your Wachusett Mountaineers. Number 44, sophomore.
For Wachusett, first we have number 44, sophomore Kyla Yerkes.
Number 0, junior Tegan Lanford.
Next we have number 0, junior Tegan Lamper.
Junior Hannah Quinn.
Number 3, junior Hannah Quinn.
Number 1, senior captain Sophie Gibbons.
Number 1, Sophie Gibbons, senior captain.
Number 2, senior captain Jay Scott.
And number 2, senior captain Jay Staub.
Assisted by Catherine McDonald, Laura Vincent, Rusty Dillon, and Bob Champion.
Same starting lineup as usual for Wachusett. After last game, we saw a few different subs check in, but mainly he relied on sophomore Lucy Gibbons and freshman Maya Mazars. Anna Hancock, who's also a sophomore, also got some playing time, so I'm sure we can expect the same tonight. Jump ball there, Jalen Scott wins it and tips it to Hannah Quinn. Sophie Gibbons, screened by Jalen Scott. Out to Tegan Lamfer in the corner, who pulls up for the floater and makes it. Jalen Scott almost gets the steal there on Madison Long. Drapo to throw the ball in. She gets into McGowan. Into the post. Yerkes and Scott both guarding, but she makes it regardless. Gibbons to bring the ball up the court. Screen by Yerkes. Fakes the pull-up all the way in, but misses the layup. Saved in bounds, but stolen by McGowan. In the corner, now into the post with Drapo. Rue in the corner for 3. Gibbons taking the ball up the court again. She's been handling the ball a lot more, especially with the starting lineup. Lamfer in the corner for 3, off the wedge, but she grabs the rebound at the top of the key. Drives in, but stolen. Going the other way with Ryu. Pulls it back out. Drapo drives out to Marino. McGowan at the top of the key. Into the post. Fake the handoff. She shoots mid-range and air balls. Now they get the rebound in the corner. Now it's McGowan. In the post with Mario. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They get one off, but Yerkes grabs the rebound. Again with Sophie Gibbons, who looks to pull up, but takes it back. Quinn. And it's good. It's nice to see her making some, especially that's one of her main contributing factors last year. So they'd love to get her going this year. Cross court, Marino. Looking to get into the post, but Yerkes is there. McGowan fakes. Almost the steal there for Gibbons, but it stays Guertin ball. Drapo to take the ball out, guarded by Yerkes. They get into McGowan Tegan playing aggressive defense. That's one of her biggest skills. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock again. Wachusett defense is really preventing them from getting a shot off. And that's a shot clock violation, Wachusett basketball. They've really turned up their defensive intensity from last game. That was one of their main things. They would give up a lot of open threes, but this game they're really shutting that off for Bishop Guertin. Scott up top with the ball, looks to attack. Gibbons in the corner. Long on the three, Yurkis the rebound, out to Lamfer, fakes, drives in. Baseline floater is good. Ryu at the top, now into the post with Drapio. Post amp on Yurkis. She misses the layup though. And Wachusett ball going the other way. Scott looks to push, but can't finish the layup. Maybe a foul there, I wouldn't be surprised. Gibbons and Yurkis get back to prevent the fast break. And Yurkis grabs the rebound. Gibbons up top, chance to pull, but she doesn't. Quinn on the perimeter. They're definitely looking to get into the post more this game, especially as they struggle with that last time as Scott hits the three. Wachusett plays good basketball when Jalen Scott plays good basketball, so seeing this production from her early is definitely a good sign. Ryu at the top, screen. Long with the ball, looks to drive on Quinn. In the post, out to McGowan. Tegan playing stifling defense, and draws the offensive foul. That's one thing Tegan's really good at. She knows how to play for the refs and take those fouls. Now, Lucy Gibbons in for Hannah Quinn. And Long comes out for the Cardinals. Jalen Scott up top, driving in. Bit long on the floater, but Lucy Gibbons grabs the rebound. Out to Tegan Lamfer. Screen from Yurkis, poked away, but Wachusett can keep possession. Ryu, the top of the key against Gibbons. Now into the corner. Baker looking to post up on Scott. Ryu drives, poked away, McGowan recovers it. Again, less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Wachusett is not letting up a single early shot this game. They want to make sure they can force a bad shot for Bishop Guertin. Laura Marino checks back into the game for Talia Drapia. Bridget Hill looks to inbound the ball. Out to Ryu, who takes a deep three, just short. And Gibbons is able to draw the loose ball foul. A new face here. We have Ruth Marcel checking in for Kyla Yurkis. She's a senior. Hasn't seen a lot of playing time, but she definitely capitalizes on what she can get. Lamford at the top of the key looking to set up the offense. Out to Scott. Another drive. Pass to Gibbons in the corner. In the corner for three. Sorry, a two there. Lamfer up top. A bit off. Baker grabs the rebound and looks to push as Scott fouls her. swap there with the ref. Wachusett sets up the press here. Gibbons and Lanfer in the front court. Into Olivia Baker, who pushes the ball. She's their 6'1" forward, so seeing her handle the ball this much is definitely a surprise. McGowan pulls from deep but misses. I believe that foul will be on Lucy Gibbons.
Foul number 22, Lucy Gibbons, her second.
Definitely ran into her there. A lot of the younger players on this team definitely seem to be getting some foul trouble, but overall, it's not as big of a problem for Wachusett. They currently have 4 with a minute 17 left. As they let an off scramble for the ball, and Jay Scott ends up with it. Looks to push the pace here. Pull up mid-range, and it's good. Tegan playing some great defense in the corner. Ball out of bounds to Wachusett. Their defense has definitely been a lot better this game. They're able to prevent early shots and take out the 3, which was a big reason why they lost that game against Londonderry. Kyla Yurkis checks back in for Ruth Marcel with the last 45 seconds of the first quarter here. Wachusett is up 12-7. Gibbons in the corner. Cut off at the baseline out to Scott, who also goes baseline and is fouled at the rim.
Cardinal foul number 3, Olivia Baker, her second, team's third. Jay Scott will be at the line shooting 2.
She makes the first as Maya checks in for Sophie. Definitely a stronger start than last game. There was only a combined score of 18 against Londonderry after the first quarter. Already up to 21 here. Backdoor cut there, and Long is able to finish the floater. Lanfer with the screen by Scott rejects it and drives all the way to the basket where she's fouled.
Cardinal foul number 14, Madison Long, her first, team's fourth. Tegan Lanfer will be at the line shooting.
Lanfer had an excellent game last game, 24 points, and I think that really helped. She was the main reason why Chase was able to make the push at the end and get the game within just a couple buckets, but love to see a little bit more from her tonight. She's not taking the ball up as much with Sophie Gibbons taking that role, but her defense, especially like this, up court pressuring Bridget Hill, forcing her to pass it in the corner. Scogan shoots it, airballs it, and that's the end of the first quarter. We have Wachusett 15, Bishop Guertin 9 after 8 minutes, and we'll be right back after the break. Bishop Guertin will start with the ball in the second quarter, down by 6. In the game, you have the starters. From that first quarter, we can definitely see that Yurkis was doing amazing at rebounding. She brings immense size to this team. So she's definitely their main rebounder, and if they can secure all the defensive rebounds, it's gonna be helpful to them. Gibbons at the top of the key, into the corner with Quinn, into the post with Yurkis, who gets fouled. Yurkis is already doing amazing, but if she can get going on the offensive end, it'll make a big difference. The tallest player for Bishop Guertin is Olivia Baker at 6'1", so Kyla, especially when she's not in the game, has a great shot. Yurkis, this is the first. And misses the second. Jalen Scott picks it from Drapio and finishes the layup. The front court pressure has been a game changer for Wachusett today. Last game they didn't focus on it, but now it's making those plays really help them. Drapio scores the layup on Scott. Tegan in the corner, into Yurkis, passes out to Scott at the top of the key, who drives, but is short on the floater. Yurkis with another rebound out to Gibbons. She looks to set up the offense with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Gibbons takes it herself. Scott in the corner, cross court to Tegan. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Lanford with the tough finish. Long pushes it the other way. Cross to Skogans, who drives on Yurkis and is fouled. That one's either on Yurkis or Quinn, who came in to help her there. That one was on Quinn there. She missed the first. You definitely don't want to see this Wachusett team getting in foul trouble. With their aggressive defense, it can happen, but so far I think they've managed it well, especially with the front court pressure they've been applying as Scott grabs the rebound to Gibbons. Looks to slow it down and set up the offense. Scott with the screen, and Gibbons misses the layup. Now Bishop Guertin looks to push as Lanford tries to draw a charge. I think she did. But the ball's up to head to Scott, and she finishes the layup anyways. The lead has grown to 9 here. It's 2 minutes into the second quarter. Long drives on Quinn, and Gibbons steals the ball. They're looking to push the other way. Lanford in the corner. She can't hit the three. Yurkis with the rebound out to Scott, who hits the three in the other corner. Timeout Bishop Guertin. They're trying to stop the bleeding here as Wachusett has grown this lead to 12 here. Not even 3 minutes into the second quarter. Coming back from the break here, we can definitely see Jalen Scott is having a much better game tonight. He's already up to 14 points here, not even halfway through the second quarter, which is great improvement from last game. She only had 15 total last game, so she's getting close to that now. Olivia Baker pushes the ball up the court, met by Yerkes. Not much offense being set up here as she passed it to Laura Marino, who travels. Most possessions here, it's either been a bad shot due to the expiring shot clock or a turnover here for Bishop Guertin, so they definitely need to change their plan and adjust to this aggressive Wachusett offense. Sophie Gibbons down to Yerkes in the post, across court to Lanfer. Quinn in the corner, and it's good. She's definitely getting going this game, which is exactly what Wachusett wants to see. Marino from three, it's long. Lanfer with the rebound. Always looking to push the pace for Wachusett. Scott down to Yerkes. Short on the bunny. Aggressive defense from Gibbons there. McGowan drives. Flips it in and just rolls out. They definitely need to get the ball to her more if Bishop Guertin wants to start their comeback here, down 15. Lanford drives in, floater is short, and rebound with Bishop Guertin. Baker pushes it all the way with the layup. Gibbons on the wing. With the floater, long. Crash to the rebound, but Baker ends up with it, and another possession pushing. Out to three, but missed. And it'll stay Bishop Guertin ball. Yerkes and Quinn check out, and Lucy and Ruth are back in the game for Wachusett. Marino to Ryu, long on the wing, now up top, guarded by Gibbons. Aggressive defense from her. Marcel forces the turnover.
And for the Cardinals, number 10, Bridget Hill, and number 11, Thalia Draco.
Gibbons takes the ball up, calling for their offense. Scott pulls up for three, just short. Definitely looking to push here for Bishop Guertin, but Jalen Scott fouls around half court.
Wachusett foul number 2, Jay Scott.
3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the second quarter here. Wachusett is up 27-14. No serious foul trouble yet, but definitely an aggressive defense from Wachusett. Gibbons. Ryu takes the ball up. Back screen down low, which results in Drapio to Olivia Baker, who almost loses it out of bounds. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Baker pulls up from three, misses, but crashes and almost gets the rebound, but Lanford pulls it down. Great rebound from her. She's not the tallest player, but she definitely plays with a lot of heart. It'll stay Wachusett ball here. Jalen Scott checks out here, and Kylie Yerkes joins the game. She's having a great game. Monster rebounder. Setting great screens. Into the backcourt, Lanford takes it up. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. She wants a screen here. Can't get it, so Gibbons on the wing. rejects the screen from Ruth Marcel. Sophie to Lucy. Drives in. Oh, should have been an and one. Great take from Lucy Gibbons. McGowan with the ball at the top of the key. Guarded by Lanford, who's playing some great defense tonight. Baker hits it. Wachusett up 13 with just a minute 45 left in the second here. Sophie at the top to her sister. Looks into the post, passes into Yurkis, who feeds Lanford, but she can't make the layup. Baker to Hill. Turns it over, Yurkis with the steal. Lanford with a deep three, just short. Almost got the offensive rebound there, but McGowan pushes. Ryu on the wing, hits the three. 10-point game here with a minute left. Wachusett looks to score here. Probably get another possession after this one. Lucy in the corner. Drives baseline. Out to her sister. Fakes a couple pull-ups. Lanford takes a real pull-up. Just short, but Marcel with the rebound. Out to Sophie. Lobs it into Lucy, who pulls up from mid-range. She's short too. Wachusett just not hitting some of those easy shot opportunities they're getting. But good shot opportunities are the first step. Bishop Guertin ball. Drapio drives on Yurkis and hits the layup. Wachusett here definitely needs to stop this run by Bishop Guertin. Marcel sets the screen for Gibbons, rejects it. Shot clock is off, so they're definitely trying to take the last shot here. 3, 2, Yurkis, hook shot, and it's good! Great way to end the half for Wachusett. They're up 31-21 on Bishop Guertin. From the first half, definitely much stronger than against Londonderry. Jalen Scott is definitely leading the charge here. But Kyla Yurkis, she already has 7 rebounds. Tegan has 7 points, 3 rebounds. Hannah Quinn has 2 threes. Definitely a strong start for Wachusett. We'll be back after the break. And we're back. Wachusett is up 31-21 at the half currently against Bishop Guertin. They're definitely looking a lot stronger than they did last game. Some individual performances, Jalen Scott, she's playing great tonight. Definitely scoring a lot more, almost matching her total from last game at 14. A lot more threes. Already have 4 threes as a team when they only had 2 last game, which was another big thing that contributed to their loss. Londonderry was shooting the lights out, and Wachusett could not make a 3. So seeing them shoot well is a big important factor, and one of the hallmarks of their play style. They definitely want to take a lot of threes, because obviously 3 is worth more than 2. We have a minute left here at halftime. We'll see. We've seen a bit of a different look from Wachusett today, playing Ruth Marcel off the bench, but as Ox normally does, definitely relying on his starting 5. And I mean, there's a good reason for that. Last game, the Wachusett bench did not score a single point. Every point that they scored was from their starting 5. So Coach Ox definitely has reason to rly on his main girls. Out there for Bishop Guertin, we have Haley McGowan, Olivia Baker, Talia Drapio, Kaden Rue, and Madison Long. And your typical Wachusett starting 5 is out there. Gibbons to Quinn. Yurkis sets her the screen. She's there on the roll, almost turnover, but Lamford's able to recover it, guarded by McGowan. Lamford drives and takes the layup and makes it. Strong start from her like usual. She's a really good starter and she's a really good closer for quarters. McGowan up top, screen by Baker. Now we have Ryu against Gibbons. Scott prevents the backdoor cut there. McGowan aggressively guarded by Lamper as Scott deflects the ball out of bounds. Scott guarding Baker, the inbounder, into McGowan. Yurkis with another steal. She's been playing some great defense tonight, along with getting a bunch of rebounds. Lamfer on the wing. Screened by Scott, but Lamfer rejects it, tries to get it in the post, but can't. Scott to Gibbons. Gibbons flips it into Scott, who out to Quinn, drives, Gibbons. Scott tries to pull up, almost loses it there, into Yurkis. Scott shoots with 2 seconds left, but misses. Lamper gets the jump ball there, aggressive pressing from her. She often presses by herself. She's definitely a defensive focused player. So she's picking up half court here on McGowan. Bishop Guertin needs to get McGowan going if they want to have any chance in this game. She's definitely their strongest player. But Baker hits the fadeaway there on Scott. Definitely not an easy shot there. Lamfer on the wing, looking in to Yurkis. She gets the and one! One try there for Lamfer. She definitely focuses on driving to the basket. It's her strongest skill, for sure. She hits it. She's also racking up the points. The big trio for Wachusett, definitely Scott, Sophie Gibbons, and Tegan, and they're definitely producing in this game. Baker to McGowan, looks to drive on Lamper. Almost gets the deflection there. Now we have Ryu at the top. Almost backdoor there. Baker guarded by Quinn. Lamper comes to help and Baker misses it, but she gets the rebound and puts it back for an and one. Definitely not what Wachusett wants to see, especially as they're starting the beginnings of a run there, but there's not much you can do. Baker is 6'1", so she's definitely got the height advantage there. She hits the free throw. Stays 10-point game here with 5:30 left in the game. Gibbons to Scott. Down screen for Lamfer. Quinn. Now looking for Yurkis for the screen. Hits Yurkis on the roll. Tries to... Lamfer with the drive. Fouled. That won't be on the floor though, so Gibbons looks to throw the ball in.
Wachusett ball out of bounds.
Out to Yurkis on the three-point line and straight back to Gibbons. Looks to set up the offense here and now passes to Lamper. 25 seconds left on the shot clock, 5 minutes left in the game. Lamper almost makes the layup. Yurkis is really focused on grabbing the rebounds here. I mean, she's definitely the tallest player on this court right now, along with Scott, and they're really trying to use that to their advantage. Air ball there, so it'll be back to Wachusett ball. Gibbons bringing it up against Ryu. Now Lamfer on the wing. Yurkis up top really looking to try and get it to Scott in the paint. We haven't seen that look much this game, but Scott can definitely operate in there. But pulls up from three and hits it here. Her third three of the game. She's definitely hot tonight, especially after last game. Gets the deflection there. McGowan hits the three. That might get her started tonight, which is not something Wachusett wants to see. They've been able to contain her so far, but if she gets going, they're really going to have to play their best defense. Scott down low to Lamfer in the corner. She's long on the three. Yurkis looks to pressure the rebound by Baker, who takes it up the court. Gibbons there with the deflection, but it stays here. Marcel checks into the game for Yurkis, which again is a newer look for this team. Definitely didn't play as much last game. She didn't play at all last game, but tonight she's getting some time. She's definitely tall, which is something. This Wachusett is taller in general, but if they can capitalize on that, getting those rebounds, they'll be good to go. Baker sets the screen here for Ryu to McGowan. Trying to look in the paint, but realizes she has to do something herself here. Marino to Long. Marino at the buzzer. And that's a 3-2. 7-point game here, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Lamfer missed the layup there, and Marino grabs the rebound. Cut through the paint from McGowan, but Ryu keeps it. Screen by Marino. She rejects it. Another one. McGowan ends up back with the ball. Tegan just trying to get that steal, deflection, anything, but she leaves her man there. This Wachusett team definitely doesn't love to switch, as Baker gets fouled. But Wachusett really wants to stay on their man, especially because there's such a big height difference on this team. I mean, you have Tegan Lamper and you have Jalen Scott, so they definitely want to stay on their man. Lucy Gibbons checks in here for Hannah Quinn. Jalen Scott is definitely leading the way for Wachusett tonight, so they can hope to get her going. Baker misses both free throws there. Scott wants the ball here, but she's going to let Sophie Gibbons set it up. Tegan through two. Lots of contact there. Can't get the roll. Jalen Scott with the steal. She looks to push all on her own to Lucy Gibbons. Backs in to her defender. Sophie on the cut. Marcel almost grabs the rebound but can't. And now she's pushing the other way again. Ryu spots up but can't hit it. Lanfer pushing the other way. And there's a timeout. Wachusett. Definitely think that's needed. Definitely trying to get Jay the ball more, but Bishop Guertin has done a pretty good job shutting her down. Think that when you have one player with probably half your points by now, definitely struggling to get her the ball there. Scott has 17. Lamper has 10. Those are the main scoring for this half. Kyla's still great rebounding, but Lamfer's really snuck in there. For a small guard, she can get rebounds, especially on the offensive end, which having those smaller players, it's really beneficial if they can do everything. Lamfer can guard, she can score, she can rebound, she can get steals. So she's a very well-rounded player, and that's one of the reasons why the coach feels like he can really rely on her. And she's proven that he can rely on her. Wachusett ball here on the sideline. 1:41 left in the third quarter. 39-32 Wachusett. Jay in the corner looking to get it into Yurkish. She does. Scott almost pull up. Gibbons can't hit it, but her sister grabs the rebound there. Still trying to get it into Yurkish in the paint. They really want to get her going. Scott down screen over on the other side. Lob into Yurkish, and she finishes. Could have even been an and one there. It's definitely contact, but Yurkish definitely faces a lot of that when she gets the ball. McGowan all the way to the basket. Easy layup for her. Lamfer all the way in. Tries to get it to Scott there, but deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Wachusett ball here. Now Drapo checks in for Baker, who fell on the last possession, limping off to the bench right now. It's not a good sign for Bishop Guertin if she's hurt. Lamfer against McGowan. Trying to set up the offense here. Thinks about the pull-up at a cross-court to Scott. She crossed to the other side. Now Yurkish in the post. Gibbons deep. 4 seconds left. Now Scott at the buzzer. She's had a couple right before the shot clock in this game. Now 17 seconds left. Shot clock is off for Bishop Guertin. No one on her, but Scott picks it off, pushes it, takes it all the way to the basket for 2 more. And that's the end of the third. Wachusett has an 11-point lead, 45-34. Scott really got going at the end there, which is definitely what they were trying to do all quarter. She is now up to Let's see. She has at least 20 points by now, which is definitely a strong performance from her, much better than last game. And if they can keep her going, that'll be a big difference maker here down the stretch as Wachusett looks to bounce back after their last loss. We'll be right back. Start of the fourth quarter here. Wachusett trying to continue their run that they've been on, mostly led by Jalen Scott here. She sets a screen there for Gibbons. Out to Maya, who's checked into the game. Quinn, screened by Yurkis, and she takes it all the way in, but she's fouled. She'll be shooting 2 here. Now Jalen, she has over 20 points this game. It's definitely her strongest performance in a while. And she's really in contention for one of the best players in Massachusetts. She's committed to University of Tulsa already. She has a state title. So she's checked most of the boxes off for a superstar player. Quinn makes the first but misses the second. Bishop Guertin not trying to push the ball here. McGowan at the top of the key now. Now it's almost stolen, but a foul instead. That was on Gibbons. No real foul trouble this game for Wachusett. They've definitely managed to stay aggressive, but done it smartly and not fouled too much. Out to Ryu at the top. Definitely trying to get it into the paint, but they just can't. Blocked there by Scott. Maya pushes the ball to Gibbons or to Quinn. Misses the 3. Now it's Gibbons on the wing, and she hits it. Timeout Bishop Guertin here. Definitely need to stop the bleeding as it's grown to a 15-point lead for Wachusett with 7 minutes left in the game. They want to win. They need to get a series of stops here, and they need to start scoring. I think getting it to McGowan, that would be helpful, or getting it into the post. They haven't seen a lot of inside looks. They've definitely shot more outside and mid-range shots, which can work. That's what Wachusett has done this game. But if you're not hitting those shots, you can't win the game. Wachusett has definitely shot much better from 3 tonight compared to against Londonderry. And they've had a lot of successful drives, many by Lanfer and Jalen Scott. On the floor for Wachusett, we have Maya, Scott, Quinn, Sophie Gibbons, and Kyla Yurkis. Definitely a decently tall lineup they have out there, especially without Lanfer on the floor. Some full court pressure here. Maya and Sophie in the front court. Matched up man. But Yurkis is in the back. Definitely don't want a fast break here because that's only going to help build momentum from Bishop Guertin. Can't switch there, but Baker back in the game for Bishop into Drapio, but it's an air ball and it's going the other way. Sophie looks to take the ball up the court. Into Yurkis. Scott cutting, but ends up with Quinn. Long on the 3. Couple players in the scramble for the rebound, and Sophie managed to get a jump ball. It is going the other way, though. More full court pressure we can see from Wachusett, definitely trying to turn the ball over and capitalize on some more fast breaks. Travel there by Ryu, and Lanford checks back in the game for Quinn. Yurkis in the paint calling for the ball. Gibbons gets it to her. Definitely looking for a cut there, but Scott at the top of the key. Drives. Right hand float, but can't make it. Yurkis, 2 rebounds there. Right back to her from Gibbons. Scott from 3. Just long. Foul there by Maya, but definitely some really good effort on the offensive rebounding end, which has been very, very successful for Wachusett so far. 5:50 left in the game here as Bishop Guertin looks to come back down 15. McGowan on the wing. Now she cuts back door and hits the layup. She has had most of their points this game. She's definitely made some personal runs as well as contributed some team runs that are keeping this game fairly competitive. Scott, now Teagan in the corner. Scott is fouled by, I believe, Baker. It'll be baseline ball for Wachusett.
Third, team second. Non-shooting foul.
Gibbons to Lanford, and it's an easy layup. For Wachusett, those are exactly the type of shots you want to get. Easy layups, but if you're Bishop Guertin, that is pretty devastating. You're making a pretty good push, and your defense just isn't paying attention there. That's the 3rd team foul in the 4th quarter, which is definitely potential for the Cardinals to get in the bonus, but we can hope not. Maya tries to draw a charge there, but Drapo hits the shot anyways. Still a 13-point game here. In the corner, Maya fakes. Back out to Scott in the corner. Same play. Oh, she gets blocked there by Baker twice in a row, but she gets a foul on the 2nd try.
Cardinal foul number 3, Olivia Baker.
Normally we see Jalen Scott blocking shots, not the other way around. She had 4 last game. It's pretty great blocks, but tonight she's been a little bit more quiet on the defensive end, more focused on steals. Misses the first there, but makes the second.
Scott hits the second.
Maya full court pressure. McGowan guarded by Lanford. Baker at the top of the key for 3.
Olivia Baker for 3.
Definitely, she can do both. She can dominate in the paint and she can hit outside shots. And that's pretty devastating for Wachusett. Cuts the lead to only 11, but Scott grows it to 13 with that shot. Lanford fouls there. Not sure I'm in agreement with that one. I think she's the one who got popped there, but it's only her 2nd, so she's not in foul trouble. As for the team has 4 with 4 minutes left, so hopefully they can keep it under control. Baker with the ball, guarded by Scott. Ryu. Baker with the backdoor cut on Scott, and she hits the layup. Lanford here with her knee wrap, definitely injured, but She's the type to play through everything. As Yurkis hits the layup. Great pass there from Scott. Definitely an underrated skill of hers. She can see over everyone and she can pass to anyone. That's another timeout for Bishop Guertin as they are down 13 with 3:30 left in the game. They definitely need to score, and they need to score now if they want any chance to beat Wachusett. They've definitely put up a strong fight when you compare their games against Londonderry. Bishop Guertin lost by almost 20, while Wachusett was a fairly close game, so this result is not exactly what was expected, but if Wachusett can still pull through, that's all that matters. Starting five on the court here for Wachusett. We can definitely expect this group for most of the end of the way here, especially as it's not a super secure win here. I mean, 3:30 is a lot of time, and they can get McGowan going. They can continue to keep Baker going. It's going to be a competitive game here till the end. Ryu takes the ball up the court. McGowan fakes out to Baker, who fakes again, and she gets fouled as she drives into the paint. Baker will shoot too, try and continue her little run she's gone on, hoping to close this lead down to just 11 with 3:15 left in the game. She hits the first one there. Wachusett definitely needs to secure this rebound, and Kyla Yurkis does. Gibbons pushes it up to Lanford. Looks to Kyla cutting through the paint, but out to Gibbons. Yurkis at the top of the key. Now Quinn. Scott. Yurkis flashing through the paint. She really wants it, and I think she definitely can score from there. She has so far. Only 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Lanford throws up a shot and misses. Definitely a desperation shot at the end of the clock there. Baker with a great fake, but takes it in, finishes it. Wachusett needs to score here if they want to stop this run. If Bishop Guertin scores any more, it'll be under 10, and that's not what Wachusett wants to see. Quinn with the floater, just rims out. But Yurkis finishes it. She's done a great job rebounding today, and that's her main skill that she brings to this team. I mean, with a center that tall, that strong, she can get basically any board she wants, just like that one. Gibbons, guarded by Ryu. Yurkis with the screen. Lanford in the corner. Shoots a three and makes it. This is exactly the type of run Wachusett wants to go on. 5 quick points. Now they're up 15. But they every move Wachusett makes, Bishop Guertin matches, and that great trap there, but amazing pass by Gibbons to get it to Lanford. Into the corner with Quinn. Just long. Scott grabs the rebound easily. Coach definitely trying to get him to run a specific play here. Lanford in the corner. Goes baseline. Good floater. McGowan with the ball, taking it up the court. Baker. Drapo. Fade away. And it's good. full court pressure that Bishop Guertin supplies, definitely giving Wachusett some issues, but they're able to break it easily as Kylie Gurka scores 2 more. Wachusett is a great passing team. They definitely spend a lot of time on it in practice, and you can tell in these games. They can make long passes, short passes, bounce passes. They have every pass in the book, honestly. And that means that they can really get the ball anywhere, whenever. It's only 10 seconds left here in the fourth as Wachusett chooses to dribble at the clock, up 15. Shot clock is off, and that means Wachusett has officially bounced back. Wachusett wins the basketball game 65-50. Definitely much better look than last game. Scored more points, definitely had a lot more rebounds. That was one of the strongest parts of this game. Yurkis has 13 rebounds. Scott is up to 23 points. Lanfer had 19. Definitely not too many turnovers as a team. Lots of steals, 5 team steals, 5 team deflections, 16 assists, 1 block. Much stronger game than last time as Wachusett manages to get back in the win column over Bishop Guertin. Thank you for tuning in to this basketball game. Thank you for supporting the team.